All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're putting two of NVIDIA's heavy hitters head-to-head in a showdown that matters for anyone in the AI space. We're talking the proven RTX 4080 versus its next-gen successor, the RTX 5070 Ti. The big question is, which one is the right move for your projects? Let's find out.
So let's be real for a second. AI models are just exploding, right? They're getting smarter, more complex, and honestly, a lot greedier for power and memory. This incredible pace is pushing consumer-grade hardware to its absolute breaking point, which leads to the one question that really matters. Can your rig handle what's coming next?
And that really gets to the heart of the problem, doesn't it? For anyone out there who's a researcher, a developer, or just a die-hard AI enthusiast, you know the struggle. It's VRAM. It's the ultimate bottleneck. You've got these brilliant, massive models you want to run, but you're stuck with the physical memory on your card. It's the classic battle, our software dreams versus our hardware reality. So, how do we solve this? Well, NVIDIA's basically given us two different champions for this fight. In one corner, you have the RTX 4080. Think of it as the reliable, versatile workhorse. It's built on that solid, proven Ada Lovelace architecture. And in the other corner, you have the new kid on the block, the RTX 1570 Ti, powered by the Blackwell architecture. This thing is a specialist, designed from day one with AI and efficiency in mind. Two very different philosophies.
Okay, so to really get what makes these two cards tick differently, we have to talk about the single biggest innovation in the new Blackwell architecture, and it all comes down to how it handles data. This is where things get really interesting. The key concept here is something called data precision. And don't worry, it's not as complicated as it sounds. Imagine you're taking notes. You can write out every single word, which is super detailed but takes up a lot of space and time. Or you can use shorthand. Lower precision is like that shorthand. You use less detail to store the numbers in a model, which makes it way smaller and often a whole lot faster to process. It's a trade-off, but a really powerful one.
Now, the RTX 4080 was already a monster of a card, and a big reason for that was its support for what's called FP8 precision. This was a huge deal. It basically cut the memory needed in half compared to the old standard, FP16, and could often double your processing speed. For its time, FP8 was a total game changer for anyone working with AI.
But, and this is a big but, the RTX 5070 Ti comes in and just changes the game completely with FP4 precision. This isn't just a small step up, it's a revolution. This new format just slashes memory needs so much that it's suddenly possible to run these enormous data center level models on a regular desktop PC. It's a huge step in making powerful AI accessible to more people.
And here's where it gets really crazy. Look at these numbers. This is straight from NVIDIA. A model that needed more than 23 gigs of VRAM running in FP16, that's just not going to happen on most home PCs. Well, with FP4, that same model shrinks down to less than 10 gigs. That is the difference between impossible and let's do this. You can literally run things on your desk that used to require a server rack.
And get this, it's not just about saving space. It's about raw speed. The 5070 Ti running FP4 is more than twice as fast as the 4080 running FP8. That's an absolutely insane jump in performance in just one generation. So yeah, the takeaway here is simple. It's smaller and way, way faster.
Okay, so FP4 is obviously a massive win for the 5070 Ti. But a GPU is more than just one cool trick, right? So let's zoom out and put these two cards in the ring, spec for spec, and see what else is going on under the hood. All right, let's unpack this chart, because there's some interesting stuff here. At a first glance, you might go, wait a minute, the 4080 has more CUDA cores and more tensor cores? And you'd be right on paper. But that's not the whole story. Look at the AI tops. The 5070 Ti's 5th-gen cores deliver a staggering 1,406 tops with FP4, almost double the 4080's 780 tops. Then check out that memory bandwidth with the new GDDR7, and oh yeah, it does all that while using less power. Let's just zoom in on that memory bandwidth line for a second, because for AI, this is huge. We're talking a full 25% jump in speed thanks to that new GDDR7 memory. So what does that actually mean for you? Simple, less waiting. It means loading up massive models and datasets faster. When your work is bottlenecked by memory, a 25% boost is like night and day. And the Blackwell party doesn't stop there. There are other cool upgrades under the hood. For instance, that new GDDR7 memory, it has built-in ECC, which is a fancy way of saying it's more reliable and less prone to errors.
That's a huge plus for those marathon training runs. On top of that, you've got faster performance for other tasks and a smarter management chip to keep everything running smoothly. Look, specs on a slide are great, but the real test is how these cards perform in the wild, right? If you really want to geek out on the benchmarks for stuff like Stable Diffusion or large language models, the full analysis is over at bestgpusforai.com. We dropped the link below for you. Okay, time to land this plane and bring it all together.
All right, we've thrown a lot of numbers and specs at you. So what's the bottom line? Let's cut through the noise and figure out which one of these is the right tool for your toolbox.
Okay, to boil it all down, the RTX 4080, still an absolute monster. It's the dependable, do-it-all workhorse for a huge range of AI tasks. But the RTX 5070 Ti, that's the specialist. It's the surgeon's scalpel, designed with a clear, measurable advantage for running the biggest models with maximum efficiency. So the choice is really about versatile power versus specialized next-gen tech.
So, that's the big question, isn't it? After seeing all this, where do you see yourself? Which camp do you fall into?
Let's break it down like this. Are you an all-rounder? You dabble in a bit of everything in deep learning, and you need a card that's just a rock-solid performer no matter what you throw at it? Then yeah, the RTX 4080 is your jam. Or, are you a specialist? Is your mission to run the absolute biggest, most cutting-edge models out there? Do you need every last drop of speed and efficiency from tech like FP4? Then the RTX 5070 Ti has your name written all over it.
You know, the source material we're looking at really nails it with this quote. It's not about which GPU is better overall, it's about what you care about more. Is it that bleeding-edge next-gen tech for massive models? Or is it proven, all-around power? Your answer to that question tells you exactly which card to get.
And it really leaves us with a huge question about where all this is headed. As these AI models keep getting crazier and more demanding, which path wins out? Is it the hyper-specialized efficiency we see in the 5070 Ti, or is it the brute force, versatile power of a card like the 4080? The future of consumer hardware might just hinge on that answer. Definitely something to chew on. Thanks for tuning in.